YouTube, welcome back to another classic video. In today's episode, we're dropping a Madden 21 franchise video featuring the Dublin Shamrocks, and things have been falling off the wayside right now. We have been losing non-stop. We cannot catch a W, and a lot of our players are pretty frustrated about it. Ruben Foster reaches out and says, "Coach GoodGameBro, the losing is run. Our defense looks lost on game day. I'm calling it players only meeting to create some accountability on defense. What position do you think needs addressing?" I mean, I think there's a lot of different areas. I think our secondary, though, got to force more turnovers. I need them to do something big. So he says, got it. There's a risk that if we don't win, the meeting may make things worse, but breaking the streak could give us the momentum we need. I hope so. We've won one game already. So with that, we get plus 10 morale for our cornerbacks and safeties. That is a much needed boost for sure. We also get a bonus goal. If we get 3 interceptions against the Jaguars, we'll get something additional, probably some experience points, but I don't know if that's going to happen unless like Mitchell Trubisky's their quarterback. And you guys know that our offensive line is hot duty and we had to go ahead and make an upgrade. So we have traded our 4th round draft pick, Steven Sims, some of you guys might be a little salty about that, and Cole Holcomb for Ali Marpet because we needed him, okay? We needed a guy to help our offensive line because it is in shambles. So let's look and see what our offensive line looks like now. So here's a look at what our offensive line obviously looks like. We got Towns at left tackle, Marpet at left guard, Rouillet at center, Scherf at right guard, and Mr. Williams at right tackle. I feel like we're finally in a good spot for the offensive line. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but there's good enough to get things done. I hope if we can get some protection for Cole Cook and create some lanes for Thad Lindley, he might just not lose the game. Could win one, imagine. And if you remember from the last episode, Deron Payne, who has been really good for us, wants more money. So the contract length is good, but he needs more cash. We're gonna increase him. Again, we've got a lot of cap space right now. Total of $40 million over 3 years. He's young, he's worth it. But he wants to go to free agency. Franchise tag probably coming his way. And a guy we're negotiating with for the first time now is Mr. Montez Sweat. I'm going to throw a little bit of extra money his way because I don't really want to run the risk of having to pick. Do I choose Sweat? Do I choose Deron Payne? And we're almost in a bad spot because we have to, you know, this is the trade deadline, so we would have to figure that out sooner rather than later. So Sweat, we're going to offer him a good deal in my opinion. He likes it, and we got the job done. Chase Rouillet is another guy that I think could be on our team for a few more years. I don't know if we need to really do anything, but he wants a little bit of a better salary, so we'll see about that. Morgan Moses is a guy that I have no intentions to ever put back on our roster, so we're really going to withdraw that offer. I have no chances for him. Fabian Moreau blows coverage like it's nobody's business. We're going to withdraw our offer from him. And then Jimmy Moreland out of the James Madison University. I like Jimmy a lot. There's some potential there. We're going to offer him 2 years, $1.5 million with an $860K signing bonus. Will he take that? Okay. Everybody wants more money, but we'll probably give it to him. So for today's game, we're heading down to Jacksonville, and look, this team is itching to get a W. We are 1-4-1. That is not good. We need to pick the pace up. We got to get some W's, and Gardner Minshew will not stay in our way. Lock down on defense. Control the ball on offense and don't turn it over. And maybe, just maybe, W's in our future. So Jacksonville started out with the ball. They couldn't really do much of anything, and then we get the ball back here at our own 22. Thad Lindley again, finding a grow. Oh my God, Thad Lindley? We've been waiting for that. I think the big thing to keep in mind is that Thad Lindley was coming off that injury, so he was kind of rusty to start in the first game back. So, you know what? I expected him to struggle a little bit, but I needed him to do a lot better than we did last week. But now there's a penalty. I imagine it's coming back, and let's see who it's going to be on. Holding on the offense on Michael Gallup. Come on, man. That being said, Thad Lindley's run doesn't get taken back too much. It's 2nd and 5 after he pretty much got a first down in the last one. Only goes through the middle for a nice little burst. We pick up 7, so he's now got a good chunk. I know what you guys are saying, though. What about Cole Cook? Let him throw. He's trash. All these different things. I get it. He struggled. See what Mr. Cook can do in today's ball game. He's got Gallup pretty much wide open. Gallup's going to make a move that he's going to immediately regret. Miles Jackson to pick that one up. Trey Quinn in on the tackle, but I think we're actually going to get a face mask on that tackle. He's going to get even more yards added onto it. They're pretty much going to be in field goal range already. Things were going good. That's not Cole Cook's fault, in my opinion. Cole Cook is playing incredibly well there, but a fumble by Gallup, inexcusable right now. Now, Deion Hamilton wraps him up, and not before he picks up 6 yards. Our goal here really is just to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback and running back right here in the backfield. A lot of pressure coming through, and look at that. Big-time players making big-time plays. That's Mr. Walls, the rookie. I told y'all he's special. That's why we're playing him a lot now. All right, big play coming up here. We got 3rd and 11 right now. With Foster watching the running back this time, and Byron Edwards. Edwards is going to sit down for a short route. Reuben Foster's right there to play that one perfectly, and it's a field goal time coming for Jacksonville. If you tell me that our team could just lock up out here and force them to field goals nonstop, I'm good with that. Keep them out of the end zone. Let them kick field goals only. Ooh, we almost hit the kicker. That would have been a penalty. Luckily, we got okay, and they didn't call anything. 3-0 Jacksonville. So our first drive was off to a pretty good start. Running game was looking good. Cole Cook threw a nice little pass, and then Michael Gallup decided to, you know, not hold on to the football. But we see Scary Terry with the pickup. I know a lot of you guys want us to get Scary Terry more involved, and I promise you we're going to try to do that. He's just got to, you know, get open a little bit more. Little dump off play, so they're going for a big one. Thad Lilly's going to fight his way for what looks to be about 9 or 10 yards. We're looking for growth from Cole Cook today. No crazy passes, the short underneath routes. Take what the defense ultimately gives you. Don't go for the crazy ones, okay? We've seen your arm. I got to admit, though, even if Cole Cook puts on like a legendary performance this year, there's a pretty good chance we're going to be exploring somebody to replace him. Speaking of Cole Cook, though, throws a dot, and he heard me talking. He's going to get his guy all the way down to the 2-yard line. Great presence, great throw, under pressure. I love it. But Jacksonville's got a pretty heavy front right now. Thad Lindley, we're going to see if he can squeeze his way through there. The Muscle Hamster's going to take that carry. The Muscle Hamster breaks the tackle, and ladies and gentlemen, the Muscle Hamster's in the end zone. Okay, with a little grippy stance and swing. I love it. We got the lead. Jacksonville has the ball back again. Their last drive didn't exactly go the way they wanted it to. They had some good plays, but they ended up with a field goal. Can't be so happy about that. Reuben Foster sags off his man a little bit, but he does pick him up after 5. We're having our team honestly play a lot of zone coverage. Excuse me, a lot of man coverage with very little zone. We just feel like we've done a lot better when we've pretty much run that scheme. The one thing we honestly have found the most success in is getting the blitz going. And so today, you can imagine we're trying to get that blitz going ASAP. Deion Hamilton trying to go in a little bit. Edwards runs up the middle, but gets met immediately by Davis on that. Only 2 receivers out there. Foster and company patrolling the middle. They're looking to get involved. Edwards, though, has the edge, but can't quite get out there and gets tackled. So far, our team has done, honestly, a pretty good job. This is obviously going to be a passing play, but again, we're trying to get that blitz going ASAP. Pressure's there. Unfortunately, they're going to find it. That one's going to be taken down by Trey Sanders, but they pick up the first down easy. It's the first catch we've seen all day by Curtis Samuel. Solid one, man. Our coverage, though, was pretty borked in that play. Trying to get in here again. A lot of pressure on Minshew, but again, across the middle, it has been wide open, and Minshew is carving us up because of that. Minshew, the only guy in the backfield. We're going to switch to a cover 1 so we can at least watch the middle, which is where Minshew's been killing us so far today. Go for the underneath, and Reuben Foster might have killed him, man. Jacksonville, though, it's been a really good drive for them so far. They've went about 90 or so yards at the moment. Go for the out route. They break the tackle, and excuse me, is that Trey Burton? Into the end zone like it's nobody's business. The one thing we don't want to do is just mess around and start throwing it all crazy just because we happen to be down a couple of points. This is a long game. We got a lot of time. We'll be just fine right now. Cole Cook, different shotgun. Got his guy across the middle. It's a solid gain of about 8 or 9. Second and short. Defense being pretty careful here. Got a halfback screen drawn up. Thad Lindley's going to skirt his way through. Again, not exactly what we wanted, but it still was enough for a first. Hook back a shotgun here with Lindley. Nice little read option. He's going to go through the middle, picks up a chunk. Again, we'll take the positive gain all game. Because really what we need is just the threat of Cole Cook running a little bit. We don't need the defense to watch him every single play, but just know that at any point he could run if he wants to. Just like that, Lindley picks up another first down. Big gain, averages 6 yards a carry today. Feels like one of the more balanced games we've had so far, but even with that being said, we're still down because the defense gave up a touchdown. Only getting out to the edge. Looks like Jalen Ramsey, who is not, that's not Ramsey, that's Henderson. CJ Henderson on that play. 2nd and 5. Looks sticking with the play action. Got his guy in the nice little dump off. Jay Howard's going to move his way through, stretches for the first down, and ladies and gentlemen, he got it. Feels good to see your guys make some big plays here. We're going to put Bronco Barnett in the game for the first time tonight. Potentially down the middle. Got double coverage, but he's a big fella. Scary, but it didn't do anything bad. So again, that play didn't necessarily work the way we might have wanted it to, but it is what it is. Here we go, a big catch. Looks like Glover on that play is going to be inside the red zone now. 1st and 10. We'll cook in the red zone. He's got his guy in Bronco. Bronco, the big fella. Buckle up. I believe this is his first career touchdown. This is a weird camera angle. I was going to act like that didn't happen, but we'll take the touchdown. Cook to Barnett. It is about time that connection happened. We've been waiting to see it. Things are moving the right way right now. Defense, do your part. Lock up here. Do not let them get any points aboard. No field goals, no touchdowns, no nothing.
Nope.
Wow, that could have been picked off by Deion Hamilton, but great effort all around. Watching those short intermediate routes, they've been hitting us pretty hard across the middle with those all game long. Sitting on the middle, they go for the crossing route. Everest is going to make a move and gets about 9. The big 3rd down and 1. We're actually going to move Fuller over to make his coverage a little bit easier now. Deion Hamilton, we had an absolute burner on that play. The blitz was perfectly dialed up. Foster gets a tackle for the loss, and about time we get a big stop. So they're going to load up for a deep field goal. It's about 58 yards. I don't know if their guy can actually hit that one, but they're going to waste a little bit of time, getting the clock all the way down inside 3. We're going to try to come off the edge. This one's going to be up. That one is trailing right. It hits the goalpost and goes in. That is nutty. If the wind's blowing a little bit stronger to the right, that was doesn't have a chance, but instead it goes through. The offense comes out. We've got about 42 seconds in a dream right now to see if we can actually get some points on the board. Cook taking his time. He's got Quinn pretty much wide open. He's going to get the perfect catch down to the 44. That was a beautiful play call. Trey Quinn found a gap in the zone, got completely open, and hauled it right in. And Lindley taking his time, getting towards the sidelines, and get out of bounds smartly here at the 47 now, wasting no timeouts. Another opportunity here, 2nd and 1. Cook all the time in the world. Sees this guy going deep. He's patient. OJ Howard is out here putting moves on OJ Howard with the move, and OJ Howard, he's in his zone. Are you kidding me? 5th receiving touchdown of the season. There's been a lot of talk about, do we move OJ Howard? Do we do something else? I don't know. I mean, Cole Cook pressured his face just through an absolute dot, and OJ Howard made a heck of a football move immediately after the catch to avoid the tackle angle and get us in the end zone. So in our pursuit to try to end this losing streak, that is the perfect way to end the first half. Get yourself a late touchdown to extend your lead to 8, and just hope in the second half you can play great defense yet again. The good news is we get the ball to start the second half to see if our offense can keep that tempo going. The passing game has looked arguably the best it's looked maybe in Cole Cook's history right now. He's been efficient. He's been smart. He's only really made one throw that's kind of borderline to throw to Bronco that was in double coverage, but still, even that one almost turned into points. Coming out here now, a little 3rd and 2. Jacksonville again, heavy defensive front. Cole Cook's going to keep it, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Cook's got some room here all of a sudden. Cole Cook is smartly going to go out of bounds at the 25. That might be the longest run of his young career. Who is this man? Honestly, this is not the guy I'm used to. Is this what happens when we get an offensive lineman in there to protect him? We got Ali Marpet, and all of a sudden we have gotten a different side of Cole Cook than we've probably ever seen, at least this season. It's unreal. Inside the red zone now, great run again by Thad Lindley. He's just been brilliant. Hasn't really done anything super flashy, but the young fella is getting the job done. 6 yards again, still per carry. Jacksonville, though, not really buying this heavy formation. Got Glover in at fullback. Lindley, though, is pretty gas. Lindley's going to cut in. Can't really go many places, but I think we're going to see a face mask coming on that play. Personal foul. It's like a face mask. We're going to go ahead and accept that, which should put us pretty much at the 2 or maybe even the 1 if we're lucky. Okay, I lied. The 3. We'll take it. Kind of wanted to see that. It worked out. Now we've got, again, a heavy front. It's going to be quick. Got to make sure we get this pass out of here very shortly. Blitz is coming. Okay, you know what? An interception's worse. We'll take the incomplete pass. You just don't want to force anything too much into coverage right now. Take it if it's in front of us, but if it's not, it is what it is. Cole Cook feeling the pressure. I think there's going to be a holding penalty, which is unfortunate because Cole Cook made a smart move. You don't like what he saw in front of him, and him with this new offensive lineman, they celebrate. But Williams, I think, is going to have the hold in this play, unfortunately. Yeah, there's the holding penalty. It's on Connor Williams. Hate to see it. Again, I can't be mad at Cole Cook. He made the right decision, made the right read. He did everything he was supposed to, but it just didn't pan out. Look back at it again, running a little bit, trips over his own guy, but picks up 7. Play 3rd and goal. Blitz is coming. He's got his guy Arnold. Arnold gets it, gets down, ladies and gentlemen. A conversion on 3rd and goal. We needed that. Dance all you want, young fella. Dance all you want. Jacksonville, though, has plenty of time to still be in this game right now. They know all they got to do is get some points to the board on this drive, and they're A-okay. Minshew gets lit up on that one. Deion Hamilton with a heck of a shot. Looks like the sack almost could have been there, but he tried to make a swim move, and there was really no one in front of him. So that's unfortunate, but what a play by Reuben Foster getting a tackle for loss against Edwards there. I haven't run a lot of zone today, but we're going to run a little bit of zone here in hopes we can contain them some. I would love to see Chase Young get some pressure off the edge. This is going to be close. That is tipped. It is dropped. They're out of field goal position here. Well, Jacksonville has a solid punt, not exactly a great one, and they pin us down about our 21, but still, it's really not that bad of positioning for our team. We'll be just fine right here. 2nd and 9. Almost 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Trying to get an outside run for Lindley. Lindley trying to find some room, but nowhere to go. I feel like he's missing that burst he usually has. It's interesting to see Jalen Ramsey's actually back in Jacksonville. He's wearing number 22 now for them. He made that tackle there, so he's been lights out so far today. This is the first interception we've seen from our guy Cole Cook. DJ Henderson made a heck of a play, read the route better than we could have read it, and got the ball for his team because of it. Again, we haven't really went to, you know, Scary Terry a ton today, and when we have, he's usually been good. But that play, he just didn't really get in front of the guy like he ultimately should have there. But the little dump off there. That was going to be picked off Deron Payne, the big fella who said, "Pay me." He said, "Pay me." He's not going to get into the end zone to get paid dirt, but he is going to get the ball back for us and down to the 29. So we threw a pick. He threw a pick. Almost had a fat guy touchdown. But when your big man comes through in a play like that, it puts you almost in scoring position already. You got to go out here and get some points on the board. You just need some run blocking for sure for your star. 2nd and 8 now for Cole Cook and company. Trying to bait the defense a little bit. He's going to turn up, but can't quite get where he needs to. Ramsey into the tackle with the 24. Honestly, even a field goal here is perfectly fine. We don't need a touchdown, but I want a touchdown for our squad. Cole Cook dropping back. Got his guy Lindley. He's going to find him. Lindley's trying to stretch it a little bit. Lindley's going to try to get in the end zone, and the muscle hamster gets in there. That's the speed I wanted to see. Where's it been in the run, young fella? We needed that for a long time, and we got it. For Jacksonville, you're not out of it, but it's not looking very good for you right now. Our team is putting on a clinic on how you put pressure on defense, pressure on offense, and make a team crumble. Still, the one guy I want to see more involved on defense is Chase Young. He hasn't really gotten as many pressures as we think he would get, especially against Jacksonville, whose offensive line hasn't been that great. But I'll give credit. Minshew has done a really good job of getting rid of the ball pretty quickly today. Well, 3rd and 2. All the pressure in the world is coming here from Minshew and company. Foster itching to get in the backfield. There's some pressure coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we asked for him. We got it. Chase Young. It's about time, big fella. Oh, a backflip. Jesus Christ. We're talking about an athlete. You're that big doing backflips? Do whatever you want, Chase Young. Do whatever you want. It's 4th and 11 from their own 24, and Jacksonville's going for it. That reeks desperation, in my opinion. They actually get it. Okay, never mind. They saw something we didn't see. Bravo to them. So Jacksonville gets the conversion. A little sign of life for them right now with 7 minutes left. But again, they got to score sooner rather than later because it's looking a little bad for them at the moment. They quickly go to 83. Willie Snead picks up a couple. The way they're passing right now, it feels like it's time to go ahead and sit in zone for a little bit. They're not doing anything too crazy. I feel like if they're going to dink and dunk, we can just sit in zone coverage and guard that a little bit better. And Minshew felt the heat on that one. It honestly just feels really good to have our defense finally do something big. Like we are finally putting a hurting on a team from a defensive side because the defense has lapsed so many times this season. It's about time we finally get something, but number 80 almost killed us there. Jacksonville still being slow and methodical, and that's cool because you're not going to win the game being slow and methodical right now. We'll change the pressure here for man alignment. We cannot cover anybody. Give us a blanket, we still can't cover them. The 30-yard line now. Minshew again. Trips left. Going for the underneath route again, but I don't know if he's thrown the pass more than 10 yards so far today. 2nd down, short yardage situation again for Jacksonville. Minshew again stays in shotgun. Pass is definitely coming, but so is that blitz. Feels the pressure, but he gets into Burton, who has, I feel like, about 8 or 9 catches so far. At some point, they got to go for something deep. I mean, they have 4 minutes left now, and they're down, what, 22? Quick math? Not looking very good for them. Bruh. They go to the short route again, and Willie Snead can't grab it for once. I am motion now for Jacksonville. They move him to the right-hand side. Reuben Foster ready for it the whole way. What are you doing running at Jacksonville? Reuben Foster, despite, you know, us saying he maybe isn't that middle linebacker of the future, got 8 tackles today. He has been putting up big numbers this entire season. Gotta love that. Nope. They go to Edwards again, who gets wrapped up this time by Trey Sanders. This is it for Jacksonville right here. This is your only chance, really, because you need to basically score a touchdown, get an onside kick, and then repeat that process multiple times. They go to him in the corner. Didn't think they'd actually risk that one. It's not going to be good if we get the ball back with 3 minutes left. Time to try to score again. The guy I want to get some more touches right now is Thad Lindley. We've done a decent job to get him the ball. He's had pretty good yards per carry, but I need the young fella to get a little bit more, in my opinion. 2nd and 3 coming up. Ooh, that maybe was a ball we should have given off to Thad Lindley. 3rd down. 3 yards to go. Thad and Lindley trying to get us the first down and pretty much extend this lead and make it look bad, but okay. Jacksonville's gonna, you know, have a... Oh, no. As if our offensive line isn't bad enough, Connor Williams, our right tackle, is now hurt. Jacksonville is getting pretty close to scoring, but they still got a little bit of ways to go. And they just got a whole lot closer. Minshew again, doing what he can. He's got him in the back of the end zone, but he's out of bounds. Curtis Samuel nearly had that play. Gonna press cover a little bit, 2nd and goal. Foster faking the blitz, watching the middle. Got a couple of guys here where we see a sack coming through Sean Dion Hamilton. And they're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for another one here. We're gonna switch our defensive coverage up a little bit. They're going right to Sean Davis, who picks up the interception. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap. The 3-game losing streak is officially over. Our team did what they needed to do, and that is walk out of here with a W. Offense, I'm proud. Defense, I'm proud. Special teams, I mean, we don't really care about y'all, but nice try. Gardner Minshew didn't have a great game today. He threw for about 250 yards, had 1 touchdown, but the 2 interceptions really hurt his team today. Cole Cook only had 3 incompletions, threw for 4 touchdowns, and had 1 interception. Again, the interception is partially on blame of the wide receiver. It's a 50-50 ball, but still, Cole Cook, if you give me these numbers every game, we'll take it. On the ground, Thad Lindley didn't run probably as well as he wanted to today, but we're seeing improvement. 17 attempts, 69 yards, 1 touchdown, a solid effort on the ground. And then look at Cole Cook, 5 for 58, didn't fumble, didn't turn it over there. That's good for me. In the air, Byron Edwards led everybody with 8 grabs for 68 yards, no touchdowns. Snead at 5 for 47. Lindley had 4 for 46 with a touchdown. Trey Burton, I feel like he was catching everything. Actually only had 4 catches today, as well as Curtis Samuels. We see O.J. Howard get a touchdown today. We see Deontay Arnold get a touchdown. And don't forget about Bronco Barnett. I believe his first touchdown of his young career. Reuben Foster was literally everywhere this afternoon. 13 tackles, 3 of those being for a loss. I mean, 5 years in, the kid just keeps getting better right now, anchoring down our defense. Glenn Walls, his counterpart, 9 tackles, 1 of those being for loss, and he gets a sack. Trey Sanders played well with 6 tackles today. Christian Norwood actually played really well. Didn't yell at him today, which is amazing. Sean Davis had that pick towards the end. Chase Young got himself a sack. So proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And then don't forget, where's Deron Payne at? Deron Payne only had 1 tackle today, but the man had a pick at 35 yards. He doesn't need to do anything else. That's a lot of running for the big fella. After the game, Bronco Barnett does get an attribute upgrade because, look, the man went out there, called himself a touchdown. He deserves it. I'm proud of him. He needed to get that done. So he's down to 81 overall. Look at all the stuff he got. +2 awareness and catching, +1 catching traffic, juke move, pass block finesse, release, and run block. It's a lot. And with how Reuben Foster played, he obviously deserved himself an upgrade as well. So he gets run stopper, so he should see a nice little boost as well. Now with 79 overall, he gets +1 to awareness, play rec, pursuit, and tackle, and +2 to zone coverage. All things that are much needed and much welcomed. You might recall it was Reuben Foster that had the players only meeting that really, I think, turned the tides. He says, finally, the losing streak is over. I don't know if the players only meeting did any good. The defense still looks a little sluggish out there, but hey, I'm not going to complain about a win, right? Hopefully this means we're rolling now on to the next one. Look, the defense was a little struggle bus in the first half, but the second half, it didn't allow a point. That's good. The Reuben Foster's legacy grows by 100, which is great news, and we should get some attribute upgrades to go to the rest of our team, which is also great news. The team improves now to 2-4-1, and we take out a Jacksonville Jaguars team that's probably a little bit better than what the record shows, but again, they weren't good enough to beat us today. We have a lot of challenges still ahead of us. We got to figure out if our young quarterback can keep things going. We got to figure out if Thad Lindley can become the player he once was, because right now, he's a little sluggish, but if the defense is locking up like this, even after getting rid of Cole Holcomb, I'm happy with how we're playing. Ali Marpet looked to be the guy that could help solidify our offensive line, but now our right tackle's gone. Don't know for how long. That could be a wrench in our big plans.